Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby and today we're talking about your dominant vibration and how to change it. Now, if you're new to this channel and you want more videos like this one, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And if you like this video, a great way to support this channel and let me know you like this content is to click that like button. It really helps to spread this information. So your dominant vibration and how to change it. First, you need to understand that everything right now is sending out information. Me, you're vibrating on a very, very small level. And in that vibration, it's sending out information according to Dr. Joe Dispenza. And according to Nikola Tesla, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So why is this important? We want to understand what is interacting and what is getting sorted where. As you've heard before, I'm sure, like attracts like. That information that's similar, that's vibrating at a similar frequency, will go together. So if there's things in your life right now that you're not liking and you're vibrating in that same frequency, you need to understand what it is that you're doing to cause that. So what is your dominant vibration right now and how in the world would you find it? Well, it's going to start by taking a look at your life. What is your life like? If you're watching this video, chances are you're going to want to change or shift an aspect of your life. It could be your romantic life, it could be your career, it could be about attracting abundance in your life and having that security no matter what it is. So you have to understand what it is that you're wanting to change. You have to understand what it is that you're getting. A really powerful thing to do is ask yourself, what would someone need to believe in order to have that experience in their life? For instance, if you continue to find people who you're dating that continually ignore you or even reject you, what would someone need to believe about themselves to continually find that? Do they reject themselves first? Do they find themselves unworthy of love? Do they have a history as they were growing up in their home of rejection, and that essentially formed their cybernetic mechanism, their internal picture of themselves, a self-image, that's what happens in the world, that love equals rejection. So they'll go out to the world and continue to find those situations. So they're actually vibrating that frequency of rejection. So another way to understand this would be to think of a radio in a car. As you turn the dial, the knob, it adjusts to different frequencies. So imagine that 90.1 is the frequency of rejection, and 102.1 is a frequency of fulfillment and true love. Well, whatever it is that you're vibrating at is where you're going to go. And the biggest thing here is the way that you change where you are on that scale. What it is your dominant vibration, is the way you think and the way you feel. You have to have both of these components in order to be effective. A lot of times what people do is they think about it and they have all the desires to experience a new change. They could be on that station of rejection and they want so bad and they desire so bad and they think about it throughout their day to be on that new station, that 100.2, to have that whole and secure relationship, have that fulfillment in a romantic partner. But because they're only thinking about it and desiring it, the desire actually is keeping the distance between it. It's actually resisting that new change. And ultimately, until you change your feeling, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about that the information we're sending out is coming from our electromagnetic signature that we're sending out. It has all that information and those vibrations. The electrical charge is coming from the thoughts that you're thinking, which we just talked about. But the magnetic part, which you cannot separate, you have to have both components. Magnetic part is your feelings, what you're drawing back to you from the universe. And so only when you have the thoughts with the feelings can you then be able to maneuver and navigate different stations. As long as you continue to feel the same way and therefore think the same thoughts, feel the same way, you will always be on that old station. You will continue to perpetuate what it is that you've experienced in your life, because Dr. Joe Dispenza says that your brain is an archive of your past. And if you use that dynamic, you're going to recreate your past. And if you're watching this video, you no longer want to recreate your past because you want to change. And the only way to do that is to begin to send out a new electrical magnetic signature. The thoughts and the feelings are going to be different. You're going to need to feel into your future because your brain does not actually know the difference between something that you vividly imagine with all of your senses, specifically strong emotion, elevated emotion, and something that you actually experience in life. So as you are convincing your body by having these elevated emotions and having this vision and feeling into it, you're actually convincing your body it's already happened. You're actually going to be creating new neurological pathways that's going to make your brain look like that experience has already happened. So basically, you're hardwiring your brain for that experience, and inside of you, it's going to look like it's already happened. Basically, you see this a lot of time in sports when people visualize, they visualize. So when they get in that moment, it's not a brand new moment. It's not this surprising event. They've actually lived it in their body so many times. When they step into that real life version, it's just another day. It's just another vivid imagination. They actually go through and they know exactly what to do. The same thing is true for you to change your dominant vibration. If you want to have abundance and you continually feel scarcity and you continue to feel threatened and live that way, and that constant flood of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, flooding throughout your body, that is a survival state. That's not a state of creation. So as you use things like meditation and therapy to get into why you are so stressed and why you are so worried about these different things, you'll be able to move into a different vibration, which is going to emulate abundance and peace and calm, which is going to allow your brain to then be able to create. And in that creation, living in that present moment, not living in the past, living in the present moment to help create your future, allowing that vision of your future to pull you towards it in that vibration right now. Neville Goddard talks about this. One of his biggest teachings is living in the end. Taking the feelings and thoughts, bring them into the present moment. And you embody that. You literally are vibrating that. You take that as your dominant vibration now. It also has to do with changing your assumptions. Who it is that you are, what it is you think you deserve, and how it is you think the world works. Again, if you are a type of person who has had a lot of failure and had a lot of doors closed on you, you might think and have a list of assumptions that says, oh, those things aren't for me. That's for successful people and I'm not successful. And on and on and on, until you change your assumption for that to be abundance flows and continually generates in my life, that you are successful now. And as you're feeling that, the universe has nothing to do but actually reflect it. And those opportunities are headed your way. So unless you're allowing that vision of the future that you're living in the end right now, that you're changing the assumptions that you have, the things that you give permission and consent to be true. And right now you are actually perceiving of the world through the lens of your past. Until you shift into that new vibration, how would that version of you that has abundance and has that love and has that new career, how would they see the world? Because as long as you're living through the eyes of your past, you're continually going to see the failures and setbacks and the disappointments that basically is going to fortify the belief that you can't do it, that you shouldn't be able to do it, that you don't have those opportunities, that you're not worthy. You put on those new glasses of your future, seeing that success is headed your way, seeing the value and assets that you bring to the table. When you put those new glasses on, you will literally be able to perceive with your senses of things that were already there. And this is because you are looking out in the world to prove what it is you think is true about yourself. You're looking out to prove your law of assumptions, the assumptions that you give control over your life. When you shift into that new vibration, when you shift into that new perspective, you will literally be able to see things that are already there. There's abundance just waiting for you to open up the door, to change your assumptions, to change the way that you see yourself, change your self-concept so that you'll be able to think and feel in a new way, send out different information into the universe so that the universe can echo back, can reflect back that new version and vision that you see of yourself. Then and only then will you be able to shift into that dominant vibration, start looking out into your world and seeing those different opportunities, have confirmation bias that you are that person now, and use your RAS, your reticular activating system, to filter out all the other stuff and bring in that new you. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, click that like button. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.